Hey, what's up, my guys, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Now, in the last episode, we looked at the Tiger 1 decorative tank. Now, today we're going to be looking at its American counterpart. This is the M4 Sherman, more specifically the M4A2 76mm W. That's what this tank was based off of, and I'm going to stress this again, it's not an exact replica. There's only so much you can do in the game. And even though this is technically battle ready, it is not intended for battles specifically, so there are some systems on it that are a bit inefficient compared to some of the main battle tanks that I've built before. So right off the bat, there's one issue I have with it. It's a little bit too long for what I like. Overall, it functions well. This kind of just real quick, let's just take a scan around it and get a look at what I'm seeing. Now let's real quick drive it so you can see how it drives. It turns really quick, and there's one feature you might have already noticed, and I talked about it during the stream. So let's kind of break this whole thing down. This uses a gas-powered double bogie suspension, which isn't my normal suspension piece suspension that I use. And it's also not my torsion bar suspension that I've been using on some of the more modern battle tanks. The reason for this is just simply aesthetics. The actual original Sherman did have this bogie suspension on it, so I tried to replicate it as best I could in game. And because of frame rate issues, I had to go with a suspension glitch based steering, which you can see underneath the front of the tank, if I can get my lift down there. This is what steers the tank. There is no extra bearings. Originally there was extra bearings, but the frame rate was so low that I couldn't play the game and I couldn't fire the tank. So I had to switch to this. Let's go ahead and hop into the gun, because that's where the coolest feature I think is. This has a feature that even my main battle tanks at the moment don't have, because this is just something so new that I really haven't had a chance to put it on anything. This has a fully stabilized gun. So if I turn the tank, you'll notice that the turret stays still. Also, as I'm driving, you'll notice the barrel will try and keep level. It's not perfect just because this barrel doesn't have the most traverse ever. Or it doesn't have very much elevation, I guess I should say. So it's not perfect, but it does try and keep itself level while moving and on any rocky or slightly deformed shapes or deformed terrain. If you're hitting big bumps or big hills, it will pull the gun off of its target. So if I rotate the gun, go ahead and start firing my machine gun. Say I'm aiming for that rock right there. I need to turn because I don't want to hit that rock. Fire! It was a little late, but I still hit it. Now, the stabilizer isn't perfect. It's something I'm still working on. I'm not going to go into it too deeply in this video because I'm going to do a whole video on this stabilization system. But I'm going to put another round. Overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Once again, these are cosmetic tanks, so they're mostly based for looks. And like I said, my only gripe with it, I think this body turned out a little bit longer than it should have. But looking at it from the front, I think it looks really, really nice. The turret's a tad bit big, but I had to be able to fit the cannon and the stabilizer and the seat in it. And even if I got rid of the stabilizer, it would have been the same size, just because the stabilizer is really compact on this. So, all in all, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it actually turned out a lot better than the Tiger. I think the Tiger looks a little bit cooler just because of the Tiger's street cred, but this turned out really cool, and it works a whole lot better than the Tiger did. It didn't have all the issues that the Tiger had with its gun. So I think the best way to actually end this off would be for me to shoot the Tiger. A good battle between the American Sherman and the German Tiger, and a battle for the ages, even though no one's going to be in the Tiger. Yep, that's the front of the hole. Let's run on over to our Sherman. Am I loaded? Yep, I'm loaded. So, like always, 1 is left, 2 is up, 3 is down, 4 is right, 5 is fire. I forgot to aim. Put that back. And 6 is the machine gun. There we go. My machine gun is a little bit to the right of the gun, so I need to compensate for that just a little bit. Fire. That bounced off the armor. 1 more go. Fire. Miss. Oh, I can't aim with the damn. Fire. That went straight through. There we go. That time we got it. I guess something else I should mention while I'm here. Because of how the stabilizer works, there is a bit of a drift on the turret mechanism. So what I mean by that is if I hold 4... Okay, I gotta fix this Tiger before it causes my frame rates to dip even more. Because in pieces. There we go. That's fine. I'm gonna leave that. But if I hold 4... it takes a second to start rotating, and it rotates. I let go of 4, it rotates a little bit more. In my other turrets, it uses the electric engine, so as soon as you press it, it turns, and as soon as you let go, it stops. But this, there's a little bit of a delay between it fully gets up to speed, and you let go, it still just a little bit. And the gun elevation, I tried to balance it as much as I could, but there are a little bit of issues. It's significantly better than the Tiger was, but it still wants to pick up the barrel just a little bit. It kind of finds a happy medium at some point and kind of rests there most of the time. So, anyway, at the end of the day, I'm happy with how it turned out. I'm happy with how it looks. It actually functions quite well, and with the gun stabilizer, it's surprisingly effective in battle. But I'm going to probably make a new main battle tank solely around that stabilizer here in the near future. So I'm going to end this episode here. If you did enjoy, please leave a like. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see me build next for this little decorative tank series that I've been doing, please let me know that in the comments down below as well. But I'm going to end it here. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for sticking around, and until next time, peace.